Okay. Now, as far as a scrub is a person who is semi-pro, um, not really semi-pro, but just a step above your new players. And your scrubs tend to want to beat everyone in the tournament, but their ideas and their originality becomes in the way of being able to become on top. Because as we know, the pros have cards and strategies and skills that your average scrub just doesn't have. So that's what separates them. Now, as far as your scrubs and their attire, they some of them look like they just rolled out of bed, college morning, whatever, hair a mess. You have um, your certain scrubs that are actually they look decent. They really do look decent. They look like they just took a shower just this morning. They waited till the morning to take a shower, so you actually can tell that they're not one to just go out into public and smell like a rhino coming out of a swamp. Okay, so um, get into that later. So some of them actually have like really cool styles. Like I've seen this one kid who was in at the Nationals in '08, or was it '09? I want to say it was either '08 or '09 in Pittsburgh. And this guy had like the perfect spiked hair. It was weird, really, because it was curved in different directions and made him kind of look like Sonic the Hedgehog. But it was just amazing at his style. I mean, I could tell he's not completely pro, but he's like not scrub material. He looks like he actually knows what he's talking about and what knows how to play. Not sure if he still plays. I know I met him at the Shonen Jump in Houston back when they used to have him up there with Upper Deck. So, um, continuing on the scrubs, your scrubs, their attire varies between noob and pro. You have your certain scrubs that'll dress like noobs, your certain scrubs that'll dress like pros. And they have confidence that, oh yeah, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna do this, but like I said, their originality gets in the way of their performance. So, with that being said, we will get onto the smells that some of these scrubs bring when they come to tournaments. Now, as a generality, those who are good at thinking don't move their bodies. Therefore, you have a lot of overweight people who play these games. With that being said, there is a lot of heat generating from said bodies and will cause antiperspirants to burn off very quickly. So, as a judge, it's hard to say or single out someone who is in my area. Hey, you don't smell too good and other people are complaining about you. So it's kind of really hard to just pinpoint somebody and tell them that, because I know if someone told me that, that would be like a blow to my I don't know, my integrity, like my, you know what I'm talking about. You just don't want to get told something like that, and it's just like devastating, like not from blindside with a spirit gun. So there are a lot of scrubs and noobs that don't take care of themselves as far as their hygiene, we'll say. Teeth are not being brushed, and even if they are, it looks like you have slime in your teeth. It's like, you need like a buffing machine in there. You really do. And this is coming from the great Snoob. I got a couple of cavities, but at least my teeth don't look like that. Look. Yeah, I got a couple of cavities, but my teeth aren't green and slimy and yellow and whatnot, and that gets me to smoking. Why you gotta smoke outside the event? Why you gotta be smoking like right next to the door? Why? In Louisiana, the rule is you have to be at least 25 feet. Why are you 5 feet from the door? I can't stand that smoke. I got allergies to that smoke. That's why I don't go to the club no more. Getting on my nerve with all that dang smoke. Um, and let's get on to other things that get on my nerves. Pros. Now, I do not follow pros. Honestly, I do not follow pros. I'd rather not know who you are. Apparently, I'm friends with a pro on Facebook. I think his name is Jeff Jones. Only reason why he's on there is because I was searching for my ex boss at the time, and it says people you might know. You have, I think, 15 friends in common. And I was like, okay, maybe I might know this person. So I added him, and turns out this the infamous Jeff Jones from Detroit. So yeah, he's on there. Well, anyway, you have your pros. How to spot a pro? Your pro most likely is dressed very well. Probably carries him or herself. I wouldn't say properly, but has a certain swag about themselves. There's an aura that tends to attract other people towards him or herself, and normally that's basically how you can find a pro when you have an entourage. I've seen Cesar Gonzalez at Pittsburgh, and he had his his whole entourage around him, and that guy's pretty flamboyant. So it wasn't hard to miss sitting at a table, and you got a whole bunch of Puerto Ricans. I'm not sure that one guy though. That one guy looked like he was white. I don't know, and they kept talking Spanish. I speak a little bit of Spanish, but they were talking so fast I just really couldn't pick up most of it. I've only had 1 year of Spanish in college, just for that one reason, because I used to work with Hispanics in Chicago, and they switched from English to Spanish just too quick, and it was just like you already whispering in English and then you whispering in Spanish. Okay, it ain't all that serious. I don't know what you're saying, but no, dude. Um, so yeah, you got that. You have the attitude that comes with being a pro. You have the stigmata with being a pro. Oh my God, I'm a pro now. I have to win, so I will do any means necessary by. Uh, I'll give you this card if you scoop to me. Okay, sure. Or occasionally you get, I'll give you this card if you let me win. If you scoop to me. Okay, sure. Give you the card. Judge, judge. He just bribed me. He gave me this card to scoop. Don't do that. To all my pro players out there, if you eventually end up watching this, don't do that. Trying to bribe somebody is not very good in the tournament. That just shows that you're trying to make it too easy, and you don't really want to play the game. You want to get a handout. And if you're pro, um, work for it. Prove to us constantly that you are worth being on the top. Now, I won't get into any details, but we have a person in this region in Louisiana who is constantly on the top, but everyone everyone thinks that person stacks and cheats. Now, we get around the stacking part by shuffling that person's deck, and we shuffle it thoroughly, and then we cut it, and then we shuffle it again, and then we cut it again. So, well, it just seems that that person tends to draw extra cards, and sometimes you don't want to say, hey, stop cheating, stop freaking cheating, but you don't want to say that to that person because you want to not call attention to yourself, but not call attention to that person because, oh my God, this person is a pro, whatever, or semi-pro. So we don't want to do that, call that person out, but I'm pretty sure that person doesn't even know that they're being called out like that. If you have to cheat to win against a noob, that's pretty bad. And trust me, I can tell when you're cheating. They say it takes one to know one. It takes one to know one. Yo. It's just like that sitcom on Fox, Breaking In. Yeah. hmm The reason why they use crooks is to stop crooks. Yo. So there's, like I said, the infamy with going with being a pro. Like I believe at Nationals, a pro player by the name of Shane Scurry was detained by the police. I don't know what happened with that. I heard something about a book sack was stolen, a wall was punched, and Shane Scurry was detained. Don't know anything about the full events of what happened. But the stigmata with being pro is that everyone knows your name. Therefore, you can't really get away with very many things that you could if you were a noob or a scrub. Now, you can if you're a noob or a scrub. Like if someone says, "Oh my God, my book sack was missing." Well, who took it? I don't know. It was some guy in this musty white shirt. Look around. A third of the people are dressed like that. I'm just saying, and I mean that's basically what it boils down to. Is that when you're a pro, you tend to stand out. When you're a scrub, you tend to blend in. But if you are a noob, you blend in a hell of a lot more. And this is coming from your greatest noob, T-Bird 325, and I'm out.